Brian, how about over at Verizon? You talked about a lot of different things that are going on there. You want to give a specific example where you've been able to unlock some of this capability?
Absolutely, and I'm a little cautious on this one because Courtney is on the line, but IRS is one of our biggest customers, and I want to focus on one piece of the puzzle that we're providing to the IRS. Obviously, we're doing a lot of work over there, but we provided a voice callback solution for them, so you don't have to wait on hold, and it's had tremendous
I
results.
love voice callback. Every time I got an option to do that, I'm like, no, and now I use it all the time. It works great.
It's one of those simplest technologies, but it improves that customer experience drastically. So one of the things that the IRS looked at, everybody's scrutinizing their federal contracts and what they're spending on. So they wanted to look at the ROI on voice callback. They said ROI is king. We need to know what's going on. They looked at us as the provider and the industry leaders in these spaces. And if I looked at the industry reports going back to that leading, that brand led, I look at it and say, okay, when you offer callback, your call abandonment rates decrease. You're starting to save money. So that's where you're starting to see these increases in ROI. However, I wasn't satisfied with that industry standard answer. We wanted to go back to being customer obsessed. So what I did was I worked with our folks over at IRS, both on the IRS side and our internal Verizon folks, and said, let's get as much data as we possibly can on callback and how it's doing. We measured this across, I believe they got about 140 business units on using that callback solution. When we looked at overall IRS, that call abandonment rate based on the correlation between those hold times was linear, just like we thought in the industry standards that when you offer that callback solution, those customers prefer it. But when we did a deeper dive, when we took the time to listen to our customers, listen to our customers, what we found was that was not always the case with every single business unit. Some of them were linear, but some of them it didn't matter what those hold times were. Those customers preferred to wait on hold as opposed to getting that call back. So when you do a deeper dive on the data, we could give them the information they need to make those better ROI decisions and those investments where they need to be.
I love